Bob, we're just glad that both Beth and Kate were able to finish their live shots safely because we're hearing some loud thunder.
Not only that, severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for an area just to the north of us with a 56-mile-an-hour wind gust reported at the MacDill Air Force Base. So these storms are powerful and strong, not just with the lightning, but also with the strong winds. We'll show you that in just a little bit. The high today, a record-breaking high, 99 degrees at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. That eclipsed the old mark of 96 set back in 1981. So if you thought it was hot, it was. And the feels-like temperature at one point was 108 degrees today. That's getting close to the dangerous level. And looks like maybe a little cooler tomorrow as a result of more cloudiness around. But boy, the Van Wezel webcam showing lots of sunshine today with a stronger east wind, and that sea breeze really not kicking in until just shortly after 4:30. And now the storms are starting to move on in, and some of them pretty strong. As I mentioned, this one in particular is the one that has caused the wind gust up to 56 miles an hour at the MacDill Air Force Base right there. And so the National Weather Service now issuing a severe thunderstorm warning for that particular cell as it makes its way off to the southwest. Here's the storm report. Again, at the MacDill Air Force Base, 56-mile-an-hour wind associated with that storm itself. And as far as that warning goes, it does not include Manatee County. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect until 6:45 tonight as this whole storm system kind of works its way to the southwest. We'll keep an eye on this storm. This has the potential of producing some rough weather now. It's entering into Waterleaf and pretty close to Ellington, I should say, and also near State Road 64. Bradenton getting some light rainfall now. And here's the one we saw with Bobeth right over Sarasota and in Toledo, as well as into the south end of Longboat Key, producing some pretty heavy lightning strikes. You see that quite clearly from North Sarasota all the way over to Longboat Key. So the storms are back, and they're going to stay back, too, for the rest of this week and into the weekend. So anticipate this being played over and over again. We're expecting these storms to get out of here by, say, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we'll start to see more developing down to our south, too, in places like Venice and possibly in the Northport. Right now, it's 93 at the airport with a storm and some thunderstorms nearby. 99 the high, there it is, the record-breaking high. 96 is the old mark set in 1981. No rainfall yet at the airport, at least recorded. They're getting rainfall there right now. Temperatures across the state still hot in Tallahassee. For us, into the low to mid-90s up and down the coast. Avon Park at 87 degrees, 91 in Cortez, and the same in Englewood, Northport, you're at 94. Well, with high pressure finally getting back to where it belongs for the summer months, it's over the southeast. We're starting to see an increase in east and northeasterly wind. That brings our moisture level up a little bit and also sets up the convergent for these storms to develop. Well, some good news a little bit out of this system is that the reconnaissance aircraft investigating the area did not find a centralized area of low pressure at this point. It's just an elongated tropical wave, but models are indicating that it may develop at 60% chance into a tropical cyclone, meaning a depression or possibly a tropical storm over the course of the next 5 days. It will have to battle, if it stays a little bit further south, the mountainous terrain of Hispaniola, and a lot of the models are now starting to trend a little bit further south than they have been for the past few days now. And you'll notice that a couple of the models take it across the peninsula toward us, and some more reliable models keep it a little bit further south. The timing of the system would be Sunday for southeast Florida. And then if we're going to deal with it, it would be late Sunday and into Monday in terms of what we would see would be some heavy rainfall, gusty winds at this point. It doesn't appear that it would be hurricane force, but we could see some tropical storm force winds here. So we'll have to keep a very close watch on this. Still a long way off, and still a lot can happen. However, it does bear watching, and as I mentioned, the timing would be late Sunday and into Monday would be the worst time for us at this point. Gaston is way out there in the Atlantic, not doing a whole lot. It will become a hurricane later on tonight and tomorrow. Looks like a pretty good chance of that happening as it stays over water, and so we'll keep you abreast of that. Now, as far as the forecast goes for boaters, it looks like this. Pretty quiet out there with the exception of the afternoon storms. We'll have a light chop in the bays and inland waters. The tide's upcoming, low tide at 11:31, and sunset will be at 8 o'clock. Tonight, warm and muggy, isolated storms still continuing, a low of 78. The showers will be out here, as I mentioned, after 9. Tomorrow, the heat goes on. High temperatures in the low to mid-90s, and the extended forecast does call for a good deal of scattered afternoon and evening storms. Could be more intense by Sunday, depending upon that tropical system. Linda?